Good afternoon, welcome to We Repair. So today we are working on a Roomba iRobot 650. So I bought this one on eBay because I thought it might be something a bit different to do. It was £22, I think, and described as battery system fault not charging. So I thought we'd have a look at it, see if we can get it working, because, you know, cool technology and all that. So when you chuck it on the dock, and hopefully it'll show, it doesn't actually charge. So it does this orange light piece, and you can just hear a little click. So I go silent. There you go. I don't know if it picks up on mic, but you hear a little click and the orange light pulses, and you can see that the cleaning blade on this side spins just a little bit. But that's all it does. If you press the button on it, which would normally be to start it, you get nothing. It does go green and goes red. And if it wasn't so low, it would also be saying battery's too low, whatever. So I know it's not functioning properly. So we're going to see if we can get this working today. Now, Roomba say when you get this symptom of the flashing on and off, to leave it for 16 hours because it's basically the battery is so low that it just needs time to come back. I think it's probably gone beyond that point. So we're going to have a good look at it. So let's flick this over. First thing we're going to do before we do anything, because I've got the dock plugged in, I'm going to unplug the dock. Now, from what I have read, there are these two charge points here and these two charge points here. And the first recommendation is just to give them a clean. Everything I've read online, it says use a magic eraser to clean them up. Now, magic erasers are just a little bit abrasive, and that's what you would use. Now, I don't have a magic eraser, so I've got a standard scour pad over here that I'm just going to give it a scrub with, and I've got some isopropylene alcohol, so I'm going to give it a scrub with those two things, and we'll see if we can get them clean. So that's our first port of call. So I'm going to just put some isopropyl on the magic eraser, on the scour pad, and give it a scrub and see if we can just get this cleaned up. I don't think it's going to be as simple as this personally, but you've got to start somewhere. There's a bit of grubbiness coming off there. Isopropyl isn't going to hurt this. It will just evaporate. Put our lid back on that. And then I've got some tissues over here as well, so I'm just going to give this a wipe off, let it dry for a minute. Now, I think the likelihood of that making any difference is about 0, but we'll give it a go. So let's plug our dock back in, and then let's flick this over, and we'll see if it wants to charge. Still pulsing on and off, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. The light is solid up on the dock. You can probably see that on the charger, but this light here is solid. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump to the battery now and just see if the battery terminals and things look clean. So to do that, we need to get this bottom plate off. So let's unscrew this brush. This will also give us a chance to get rid of any gunk and things around it. There's a little bit of hair and stuff there, so basically we want to undo all of these screws. Not the little ones around the edge, just the big ones. And we should be able to lift this off. Oh, there we go. That is pretty nasty. Let's just give this a bit of a wipe where the isopropyl was. We'll probably give this a clean before we reassemble it. So our battery is here. Should just lift out. A little bit of corrosion on the contacts, look. I don't know if you can see that very well in there, but let's zoom you in if you can. Let's see if we can get you to see that. So there's just a little bit of corrosion and things on these contacts, and the same on the bottom of the battery as well. So I think that's probably worth a clean too, with also some isopropyl. So let's see if we can get back in there. This sponge is still damp, so let's see how well we can get in there. I might need to get a Q-tip on it, but let's start with this. Right, what I think I'm going to do next before I do anything more, because I want to give this a test run now, is to give this all a good clean. So I'm going to take this off, stop the camera, give this a really good clean through, just get rid of all this dust and crap around the edge, and then I'll put the battery back in and we'll give it another quick test now it's been a bit cleaned up. Beyond that, there isn't a great deal amount we can do other than wait for it to do its charge cycle, which we can do. But let's start by giving this a good clean internally first of all and make sure all this dust and crap is gone. So I'll just do that off camera and then I'll come back. Right, you'll notice it's a damn sight cleaner now, so I'm going to reinstall this battery. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm going to reinstall it anyway and put the cover back on. I didn't give the cover a clean, that was a mistake. I'll just stick this back on for the meantime and then I'll clean it later. If it wants to go back on, there we go. Give these a tighten up. And then we'll stick it onto charge and see what happens. It's clearly never been opened though, on the basis that it was proper gunky. Right, pull this forward. Let's see what it does. So same thing, still doing its orange click on and off thing. So I'm going to give this some time just to see if it does come back now. I'm not holding my breath. I suspect this is probably not going to charge. It's going to be a battery replacement. But let's leave it here and I'll report back in 5 or 6 hours and we'll see where we are. Right, we're 24 hours on and battery conditioning did not work. Still doing our orange light of doom, still pulsing on and off. So Roomba's advice around 16-hour conditioning doesn't do the job for me, so, which is a shame. So as if by magic, Amazon has been, and we have a cheapy battery, but it is Roomba compatible. So that was £20, I think it was. So not overly expensive. So we're going to have to strip this back down again and get that battery fitted, which at least is only 4 screws, so that's super easy. And then we'll see if it does solve our problem. Now, off camera, I did take this base back off and give the inside a good clean before starting this section of the video. So take this back off again, take that back out, and then we've got our new battery here. Drop that in. Oh, that feels snug. Ooh. Well, I think that solved it. It's come straight on, but then it's probably just where it's... that's very snug, in fact. It might be these tags that are in the way. Let's just give that a fold over. Yeah, it was. There we go. Better. I just want to see if it charges after this. If it charges, then we know that we've got a faulty battery, in which case this was super easy to do. And we'll also put back on this, because this came off yesterday and we haven't reinstalled it yet. That's back on there now. Right, flip this back over. Did make a lot of noise. Still got my charging dock here. So let's see Is it going to charge? Does charge. So you just see it's pulsing on and off. So hopefully that's it. Let's just press go. Does just want to go. Right, let's put it back on the dock. Cool. Okay, so I think we can say that is safely fixed. What I will do, I will get this out in the house, and I'll let it run, give it a chance to do a bit of a test clean and stuff, and we'll see how the battery performs over the next few days. If for any reason it doesn't resolve the issue, I will record a second section to this video and continue on. But hopefully that's it. So it really is a super simple job to repair these things. It's 4 or 5 screws on the bottom, that whole bottom plate lifts away, and then you can obviously get at the battery. This battery obviously looks like it's an original one that's been in there for God knows how long. The pieces I would make sure you do, clean those pads on the bottom of the unit and the dock, clean the battery as well carefully, isopropylene alcohol, let it dry, and then let it run through the cycle like I did, where it will spend 15 or 16 hours on charge, and see if the battery comes back. If it doesn't, it's likely your battery's faulty. But for me, I got lucky, just the battery pack, and hopefully seems like it's resolved it. Anyway, on that note, I will leave it here. If you found it useful, please drop me a like, leave me a comment. Hopefully this has fixed our problem. If it hasn't, as I say, there'll be another video and we'll carry on troubleshooting this. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.